Hello, welcome to a book themed video. Today I'm going to be talking about authors that I would like to read more of. I made a list here. Number 1 is J.D. Salinger. Of his, I have read 9 stories, which is a short story collection of 9 stories. And I have also read I'm being attacked by a little dog. And I've also read The Catcher in the Rye. Between the two of these, I like this one better. But this one did have very similar writing style, and I really like his writing style where it's sarcastic and sort of rebelliousness. He's a rebel. Or the characters are rebels, I guess. Anyway, from him I would also like to read Franny and Zoe, which I believe are 2 short stories, but I'm not really sure much about it. I don't know much about it. And then he has other short stories of I don't know any titles of, but I would like to read more of him. And apparently there's also 2 short stories about Holden Caulfield, which is the character in this book here. So I like to read more about him. The second author that I would like to read more of is Anne M. Martin. Of hers, I have read Main Street, Welcome to Camden Falls, A Corner of the Universe, and Here Today. And these 2 are definitely my favorites. It'd be so hard to pick a favorite out of these because they're both so good. I don't know which one I like better. But she is also the author of the Babysitters Club books. And I like to read I've read a few of those, but I like to read number 1 just to see what it's like. So that's called Christie's Great Idea. And then she also has one called Belle Teal, which sounds very similar to these 2, which I liked a lot, so maybe I'll like that one too. And I just think that she writes very emotional, cozy stuff, and I like that. The next author is Agatha Christie. I've read her And Then There Were None, which I like a lot. And I've also read Murder on the Orient Express, but I like this one better so far. She has novels that she's written under a different name. Mary Westmacott. Apparently there's 6 of them. I like to try those. Apparently they're different than her mysteries. I think they're romances, so I like to try those. And the library has them as far as I know. Author number 5 is Lewis Carroll. I've read Alice in Wonderland and the sequel to The Looking Glass, which I've yet to pick up. Apparently there's a copy of that matches this one, which I would definitely like to get because I think this cover is just so adorable. The flamingos. And then one little one on the back. So I've read this. And he also has, I don't know if this is a novel, I guess maybe it is. It's something called Sylvie and Bruno, which I would like to read. And then also there's the Complete Illustrated Works, which I know the library has a copy of that as well, so I like to check that out. And then I just like how silly and nonsensical his stuff is. I know he has poetry stuff, which I haven't really read, although there's some of that in here. And he also likes puzzles a lot. I think he maybe has riddles or something. He likes riddles and math puzzles and all that kind of stuff. So that's probably included in the Complete Illustrated Works. The next author I like to read more of is Meg Cabot. She's the author of the Princess Diaries series, which I became obsessed with a couple months back. I still have 2 more books to read in that series so far. I've also read her Abandoned series, and then I also read, I guess not a series, it's called Victoria and the Rogue. It was a historical romance. So I would like to finish the Princess Diaries series. I think it's just a really funny one. And she also has another series called the Mediator series, which I've started to read last week sometime, and it's actually really funny. I like it a lot. I don't think I like it more than Princess Diaries, but they are like very very similar in writing style, which I like a lot. The humorous kind. So I would like to finish that series as well. In that series, I'm not sure how much I have left, but I think I'm near the end. Author number 7 is Judy Blume. Of her, I've read Forever, Summer Sisters, and In the Unlikely Event. I wouldn't say that she's like a favorite author, but I do think that her books are good. And I would like to try to read more of her like kid stuff, like, cause she writes for kids too. Like, I would like to try Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Tag Your Eyes. Which I'm not really sure what the plots are for those, but I know they're very popular, like, kids' books. Author number 8 is Jane Austen. So of hers, I've read Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Northanger Abbey. So that's 3. And I'm currently reading Mansfield Park. I'm like pretty near the end. And then I would also like to read Emma. And the other one of her like 6 main ones is Persuasion, which I have yet to pick up, but I'd like to get that one, so I have all 6 of them, I guess. Then she has like other ones too, like she has one called Love and Friendship and Sanditon or Sandition, which I think is like unfinished because she died. And I know that the library has like a collection of like her teenage writings that I would like to check out eventually. Author number 9 is Shirley Jackson, who I've read We Have Always Lived in the Castle, which I liked a lot, and The Haunting of Hill House, which I didn't like as much, and then she also has a short story collection. Well, I'm guessing she has lots of short story collections, but I read the one that has The Lottery included in it, which I also like a lot. And then she has some other novels that I would like to try. She has Hangs a Man and Bird's Nest. And I just like how she's like slightly creepy, not that creepy, but like slightly horror novels that she has. Author number 10 is Alice Hoffman. I've read so many of her books that I'm not going to name them all, but the 2 that I own are The Green Angel, which is my favorite so far, and The World That We Knew, which is also very good. So I just made kind of a list of some of the ones of hers that I would like to read. So first of all, I would like to read the sequel to Green Angel, which is called The Green Witch. And then I would like to read Marriage of Opposites, Museum of Extraordinary Things. And I just think that she has like a nice blend of like realistic and fantasy come together. Author number 11 that I would like to read more of is Christina Henry, and I read her The Mermaid book, and I also read her Alice book, which is an Alice retelling. And I would like to read the sequel to the Alice book, which is called The Red Queen. And I would also like to read her other book that's like a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. It's called The Girl in Red. Author number 12 is Paula McLean. She's the author of The Paris Wife, which might be my favorite historical fiction like ever so far that I've read. And she has another one called Love and Ruin, which is kind of related because both of those books are about following the lives of wives of Ernest Hemingway. And I just thought that The Paris Wife was so good that hopefully this one will be too. I'm not sure what wife it is, but I think he had quite, I don't know how many wives that guy had, but. Author number 13 is Lucy Christopher. I read her Stolen, which I think is fantastic. And then I read The Killing Witch, which wasn't as good as this one. But supposedly there's a sequel to this book here, and I definitely want to read that like when it comes out. I don't know anything about it, but like I read that online and I was like, yay! This was so good. And like obviously I want to know what happens after. And the last author that I would like to read more of, number 14, is Crea. She's the author of this book here, Nevermore, which is like Edgar Allan Poe retelling type story. This is a series. There's 3 books in this series. This is book number 1, and I've yet to read book number 2 and 3, but I definitely want to. And also I heard that she's writing I read online that she's writing a new book inspired by Phantom of the Opera, which I think it sounds really good and cool, and I would like to read that too eventually, before or after I read these ones, but I'm not sure when it's coming out, maybe like next year sometime. So those are 14 authors that I would like to read more from, authors that I think are pretty cool. So let me know in the comments what authors you think are cool, and I will see you next time.